Do you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells around a narcissist? You're not alone. Narcissists are manipulative, controlling, and can be extremely difficult to deal with. But here's the truth. They do have weaknesses, and the best way to deal with them isn't through confrontation, but through your actions. In today's episode, we're going to explore the 5 ways you can really get under a narcissist's skin by using their own weaknesses against them. Keep watching until the end, because these strategies can change the way you handle toxic people in your life. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with anyone you know who might benefit from learning how to deal with narcissists. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1. Bring order to your life. Narcissists thrive in chaos because it gives them the upper hand. The more disorganized and tumultuous your life is, the more they can manipulate your emotions and pull the strings to get what they want. They feed off the confusion and uncertainty they create, knowing it keeps you off balance and easier to control. The more chaotic your environment, the more they can impose their dominance over you. This is why narcissists often seek to disrupt your peace, whether it's through gaslighting, creating drama, or pushing your boundaries in subtle ways. However, there is a powerful strategy you can use to regain control of your life. Create structure. Taking steps to organize your physical space, establish clear emotional boundaries, and focus on your mental clarity sends a strong message to the narcissist. It tells them that you are no longer going to be their puppet in a chaotic environment. Regaining order disrupts their ability to manipulate you, as it makes it much harder for them to control your emotions. Organizing your surroundings and routines not only restores your peace of mind, but also strengthens your sense of independence. When you make it clear that you are in charge of your own life and your own emotional well-being, you put up a shield that's hard for them to penetrate. You stop being an easy target for their attempts to dominate you. When you focus on creating order in your life, you are essentially showing the narcissist that they no longer have the power to disrupt you or control your actions. This can be incredibly frustrating for them, because they derive their power from creating instability. By taking charge of your life, you send the message that they no longer have control over you, and you become less susceptible to their toxic influence. Establishing order in your life helps you regain your sense of self and rebuild your confidence, making it clear that you no longer need their chaos to define who you are. Number 2. Turn their image against them. Narcissists are consumed by the need to maintain a perfect public image. They desperately crave admiration and approval from others, often going to great lengths to appear flawless, powerful, and untouchable. Their self-worth is tied up in this image, and they will do anything to protect it. This obsession with their persona is one of their greatest vulnerabilities, and if you know how to leverage it, you can use it to undermine their power. To do this, start paying attention to the way they project themselves to others. Narcissists often build a facade of perfection that's riddled with cracks, contradictions, and hypocrisy. They may present themselves as kind, charitable, or capable, while secretly acting in selfish or destructive ways. If you are in a position to influence how others see them, whether in a group setting or in a more formal context like a legal situation, you can subtly expose these contradictions without directly confronting them. The key is to highlight their inconsistencies in a way that forces them to defend their perfect image, revealing the cracks in their carefully constructed facade. When you expose these cracks, you trigger a narcissistic injury, something that can destabilize their sense of self and make them feel vulnerable. Narcissists are terrified of being seen as flawed or imperfect, so when their facade is challenged, they are forced to confront their insecurities. This is a powerful way to destabilize their self-perception and undermine their sense of control over how others view them. By showing others their true nature, you can start to erode their power and make them less effective in manipulating their public image. The more you highlight their hypocrisy, the more they will feel the pressure to protect their image, sometimes making compromises or taking actions they wouldn't normally consider. This can cause them to overreact, exposing their true nature even more, which works to your advantage. The narcissist's obsession with their image can ultimately backfire, as the more they try to protect it, the more they reveal their flaws. Number 3. Don't bite the hook. Narcissists thrive on drama and emotional reactions. They love to provoke, upset, or anger you, because it boosts their sense of power. When they can control how you feel, they feel in control of the situation, and that fuels their ego. It gives them a sense of superiority and validation. But here is the thing. The most effective response to a narcissist's provocation is not to react at all. When they act out, throw tantrums, or try to manipulate your emotions, don't take the bait. This is exactly what they want. To pull you into an emotional reaction that makes them feel powerful and validated. Instead, remain calm and composed. Take a step back and disengage from the situation. You don't need to match their energy or rise to the occasion. Whether it's leaving the room, going for a walk, or simply focusing on something else entirely, withdrawing your emotional investment is the best way to take control of the situation. Why does this disrupt them so much? Narcissists depend on emotional reactions from others to feed their ego. When you stop reacting, you take away their source of emotional supply. Without your emotional response, they are left powerless, unable to get the validation they so desperately seek. It's as if their sense of control is stripped away, and they are left floundering without their usual source of energy. This leaves them frustrated and confused, as they are used to getting a reaction out of you. By refusing to react to their provocations, you deny them the emotional fuel they rely on to feel validated. This is a powerful move because it forces them to confront their own powerlessness. Narcissists often struggle with feelings of insecurity and need constant reassurance from others to maintain their sense of self-worth. When they no longer get that validation from you, they lose a key tool in their manipulation tactics, and this can make them feel vulnerable, anxious, or enraged. Your calm and measured response sends the message that you are not an easy target for their emotional manipulation, and that is where their frustration begins. Number 4. Stand firm in your truth. Narcissists are masters at manipulating reality to serve their own needs, constantly trying to distort your perception of events and make you question your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. They have a way of twisting facts, bending the truth, and even fabricating scenarios to confuse you. This tactic is designed to undermine your confidence and self-worth, leaving you second-guessing your own understanding of what's happening. It's one of the most insidious forms of control they use, and it can leave you feeling disoriented and helpless. But here is the key. The best defense against their gaslighting and manipulation is to stay grounded in your truth. When they try to make you doubt yourself, the most powerful response is to simply stand firm in your own perception of reality. Don't let their version of events cloud your judgment or convince you that you are wrong. Instead of getting caught up in their web of distortion, calmly assert that your perspective is valid, just as theirs is. A simple and confident statement like, "I don't see it that way," is often enough to put a boundary between your truth and theirs. You don't need to explain yourself or get into an endless debate with them. Engaging in a power struggle with a narcissist is exactly what they want, because it gives them the opportunity to twist the conversation further, making you feel confused and uncertain. By standing your ground and refusing to engage in these pointless back and forths, you take away their power to manipulate the situation. It's important to remember that narcissists thrive on creating chaos and doubt. They want to unsettle you, make you feel insecure, and confuse your sense of self. But when you assert your truth without hesitation, you prevent them from gaining the upper hand. You disrupt their ability to control the narrative, and in doing so, you show them that their tactics no longer have the power over you that they once did. When you choose to walk away from their manipulative games and hold firm in your reality, it forces them to confront their inability to control you. This destabilizes their sense of power and leaves them unsettled, unable to continue their manipulation unchecked. Your confidence in your own truth becomes an impenetrable defense against their attempts to distort your reality. Number 5. Rebuild your life with purpose. One of the most powerful ways to hurt a narcissist is by reclaiming your life after they tried so hard to break it. Narcissists thrive on seeing others in pain, broken and struggling. They want to witness your downfall, as it feeds their need to feel superior and in control. They create chaos, confusion, and suffering, hoping that you'll be left in ruins, unable to rebuild yourself. But what truly rattles a narcissist is watching you rise from the ashes of their attempts to destroy you. Rebuilding your life with purpose, determination, and a focus on personal growth is the most effective way to send a clear, resounding message. You are unbreakable. Take the time to focus on your own healing, set meaningful goals, and prioritize your well-being. Establish the life you've always dreamed of living, one that is free from their toxic influence. Every step you take toward rebuilding yourself, whether it's achieving a personal milestone, finding joy in small victories, or simply taking care of your mental and emotional health, sends a powerful signal to the narcissist that their efforts to control or destroy you have failed. They may have tried to break you down, but you have emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. This growth and transformation are the ultimate punishment to a narcissist's fragile ego. The fact that you are thriving in the face of their abuse is a testament to their failure. They wanted to break your spirit, but instead, they've unwittingly made you more determined and empowered. As you focus on your personal success and happiness, you remind yourself and the narcissist that your sense of self-worth is not defined by their approval or their manipulation. Rebuilding your life isn't just about survival. It's about thriving in a way that they could never have anticipated. It's about creating a future for yourself that is brighter, fuller, and richer than anything they could have ever offered. Narcissists depend on the suffering of others to validate their own existence. They want to see you falter, to witness you struggle with the aftermath of their cruelty. But when you rise above their toxic influence and become a stronger version of yourself, you prove that they have no power over you. Your success and happiness serve as living proof that they failed, and that's something they can never accept. As we wrap up today's episode, I hope you've learned some valuable strategies for dealing with narcissists and protecting yourself from their toxic behavior. It is important to remember that the best way to punish a narcissist is not by stooping to their level or trying to fight them with the same tactics they use. The most effective way to deal with a narcissist is by living your life on your own terms, without letting them control your emotions, your reality, or your future. Stand firm in your truth, focus on your personal growth, and never give them the power they seek. They may try to tear you down, but the only way they win is if you let them. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you found these strategies helpful and empowering. If you haven't already, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue swatching this message to those who need it. Narcissistic abuse is real, but we can fight back by sharing our stories, offering support, and helping each other heal. Drop a comment below and let us know how you've dealt with narcissists in your own life. I would love to hear your experiences and insights. I'll be back soon with more tips to help you on your journey of self-healing, growth, and empowerment. Until then, take care of yourself, stay strong, and let the healing begin.